Am I the a-hole for ignoring my husband during our flight when he expressed anxiety over flying? I 33F recently married my husband 30M and we took a 3-hour flight to Mexico for our honeymoon. I fly a lot for my job, so I have racked up a lot of miles. My husband isn't a big fan of flying, though he has gotten better and tends to just hold my hand and close his eyes during takeoff and landing, mostly okay when in the air. When I booked our flights, I requested to use my points if an upgrade to business class became available, but made it clear I only wanted this upgrade if 2 seats became available, and then basically forgot about it. Then comes the day of our flight. I was so excited for this trip. I checked in online, all was going well, and then when we went to board, the person scanning our boarding passes stopped us. She says it seems that my husband was upgraded to business class, but only him, and asks if that is okay. I immediately said no, we are on our honeymoon and would like to stay together. But then my husband jumps in and says, no, it's fine, I'll go to business class. I look at him in complete shock and he tells me that I fly all the time and have been in business class before, but he hasn't. So he deserves a chance to experience it. I see we are holding up the line, so I feel like I just need to agree and get on the plane. To say I am pissed off is an understatement. He is all smiles, taking his seat, and I go back to my seat where they sit me next to an old woman with a baby on her lap where my husband should be sitting. Within maybe 5-10 minutes of sitting there, trying to hold back tears because my husband left me alone on our flight during our honeymoon and uses my points for his upgrade no less, he starts to text me saying he feels anxiety over flying. I ignore the texts and stop looking at my phone. Within maybe an hour after we are in the air, he comes to the back of the plane to find me, offers me half of his business class breakfast, and asks me why I was ignoring him, that he was scared and needed me to tell him it'd be okay since I am such an experienced flyer. I told him maybe he should have thought about that before leaving me alone before our honeymoon even really began. He gets angry, tells me that this may be the only time he gets to fly business class, and he was giving me half his breakfast to make up for it so I could at least be supportive of his genuine fear. I roll my eyes, sarcastically say thanks, and he goes back up to his seat. When we landed, I tried to just move on and forget about it so that we could just enjoy our honeymoon, but he guilt-tripped me about not comforting him via text before takeoff. And now I am wondering if I am being unreasonable and should have just let him enjoy his time in business class and ensure him it'd be okay. So, am I the a-hole?
Here are the top comments.
Info: did you get stuck in a middle seat in economy? If so, we ride at dawn.
Not the a-hole. Your husband made a really questionable decision, and he was essentially having to live with the consequence of the decision. He jumped at the chance to sit alone in biz class. And I guess it didn't occur to him how evidently very reliant he is on you during flying. Regardless of his phobia, he's a grown man, and it seems like he made it through takeoff just fine if he was asking your help when he'd already been served food. It's like he was using his need for you as a weapon to make you feel obligated to forgive him for making a pretty shitty choice given that it was your honeymoon.